Hello, good afternoon. My name is Louis Monk. I'm the host today. Marvin McKinstry usually is the host, but he's off today, so I'm taking charge. I don't know if I'm going to do such a great job as he does, but I'm definitely going to try. All right. Today we have two guests here that are going to help us to do our thing, and we're definitely going to do a shout out to March, which is Women's History Month. So to all the great women out there, this is your month to shine. Not that you don't shine every month, but this is a month that is dedicated to you for all the great things that you do. A couple of women that I want to shout out this month is Mackenzie Garvin, who's going to be taking over the top seat in our Mayor's Office of Employment Development Organization. I got to shout out my boss, Yvette Clark, because she's awesome and she makes my job that much easier. I got to shout out my coworkers, Toby and Yessie, because without them, I don't know what I'll be doing on my job. All right. Well, that's good. So I just want to make sure that we're good with Women's History Month. All right. What's going on next? We have, let's see here. We have introductions for whatever this is that I can't read. So I'm going to freestyle it right now because the screen is very, very small. But if you can read that on your Facebook or Instagram or live, then it's a now hiring board. So basically what this is, these are all the jobs that are listed right now where you can see what jobs are hiring. As I always say, if you are in Baltimore City and you're looking for a job, we have jobs for you. This is the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. This is what we do. All right. So basically, just come down to one of our locations. I'm here at my Diamond. We have an East Side location. We have one on Bush Street, and we have one on Madison Street. You can Google them, look them up, call me directly. I'll send you to any one of those locations. You can also go to BaltimoreCity.gov. So that's moed.baltimorecity.gov. Figure it out. Come on down. Sit down, talk to me. We'll get you a resume. We'll get you job services. We'll do everything we can to eliminate all those obstacles that are in the way of you getting a job. All right. Next thing, this is awesome. If you live in Baltimore City and you work in Baltimore City, right, and you need to ride to work, we have a program which is called Let's Ride to Work. You get 40 free rides from Lyft. What does that mean? That means, oh man, I have a job and I can't get to work. All right. So what can I do? I can call Nikki Reed at Nikki, Nikki.Reed, REED at BaltimoreCity.gov. Send her an email. She'll get back in contact with you. You guys work those things out. 40 free rides. What does that mean? 40 free rides will get you there. 40 free rides to and from work. So maybe you started a job and you don't have transportation. That's a couple paychecks under your belt. So maybe now you can work on getting some transportation. So definitely check that out. And Nikki's awesome. She works right across the hall from me, and she will definitely hook you up. That's what she does. Cool. Pathways to Employment. Now listen, it's a 3-day seminar for professional development designed to enhance employment success and connect Baltimore City residents to employment and training opportunities. Again, if you live in Baltimore City and you're looking for work and you telling me you can't find a job, I'm looking at you sideways. We are the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. This is what we do. We get employers, we get people that are looking for jobs, we match them together. So if you come to me and you say, hey, man, this is what I want to do. I say, hey, you know what? I have this guy right over here. They're looking for a job. I have this company over here. They're looking for people to work. I match them together, and this is what we do. The Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Pathways to Employment seminar series. Definitely, it's a 3-day event. Definitely come down, check it out. And it's what is that date there? Tuesday, April 11th through Thursday, April 13th. It's at the East Side One Stop Career Center, and that's located at 3000 East Madison Street in Baltimore, Maryland. It's from 10 to 2. Again, if you're looking for a job, come on down. We got you. All right. This one right here is awesome. Baltimore City Department of Public Works. Saturday, April 15th from 10 to 2 at the Chick Webb Recreation Center and Pool at 623 North Eden Street in Baltimore, Maryland. They have jobs, solid waste workers, laborers, Instrumentation technicians, utility install repair apprenticeships, CDLs 1 and 2, customer care analysts. Now look at these salaries. Solid waste workers are starting at $36,000. Laborers starting at $36,000. Instrumentation technicians starting at $39,000. Utility install repair apprenticeships starting at $35,000. CDLs 1 and 2 starting at $40,000. Customer care analysis salary starting at $36,000. Come on, guys. I mean, what more can we say? The Mayor's Office of Employment Development, we're here. So if you are not doing anything, or if you are doing something on Saturday, April 15th, you should probably go ahead and cancel that if you're looking for a job. Come on down to Chick Web Recreation Center from 10 to 2, Saturday, April 15th. Get you a job. Not only get you a job, get you a career, right? So check this out. Today, we have two special guests that are going to talk about their jobs and how awesome they are and what they do. Our first guy we have up is Triumvirate Environmental. They're a pretty awesome company, and I think they're pretty much hiring all the time. So without further ado, we're going to try to get my man Justin up here somehow.
Hey.
And how are you?
What's going on? Thanks, Louis, for having me. Appreciate it.
So Justin, this is both our first times.
Yep.
So I'm a little nervous. You're a little nervous, but we're going to get through it together, right?
Yeah. Being nervous is good, right?
Right. So listen,
Yeah.
I am going to pull up my little questions that I have for you right here because I tried to memorize them, but that didn't really work. All right. So Justin, tell us a little bit Triumvirate. Am I saying the name correctly? Triumvirate?
Triumvirate. Yeah. It took me 2 to 3 months when I first started working here to get it right too. So don't worry about it. Yeah, and I just want to thank you and Catania for having me on today. I really appreciate it. And just to introduce myself, so I'm Justin Tang. I'm Town Acquisition Manager here at Triumvirate Environmental. I'm actually based in Boston, Massachusetts, where our corporate office is. However, we do a lot of hiring in Baltimore, also out into the Rockville, Frederick area also, but we can focus today on our Baltimore jobs. So Triumvirate Environmental, we are a environmental health and safety company. We specialize in hazardous waste management and disposal. So very high level, what we do is we go to companies. So we don't work with any residential accounts or any local trash or waste. We go to life science companies, so pharmaceutical, biotech, big life science companies, healthcare organizations, manufacturing industrial companies, and colleges and universities. And these companies, organizations are producing hazardous waste that is dangerous to us as humans, but also to the environment. So what we do is we go on site and we safely remove that waste. And it's not just waste that, you can put it on the side of the road on Tuesday night and off it goes. It's heavily regulated waste. It's waste that has to be handled, segregated, and stored a proper way. And it has to then be transported safely out of the facility. And then that's really when our operation starts, because we have a large transportation and logistics operation. So we have commercial drivers coming to pick up the waste and then moving it to our own facilities and then third-party facilities, and then we dispose of it in an environmentally friendly way. So that's high level. That's what we do. There's more, but that's our core service, is the waste management and disposal.
Okay, so awesome. So Justin, what positions are you currently seeking to fill right now?
Yeah, great question. So we have a variety of different types of roles. So as I mentioned, kind of talked a little bit about our operations and then the positions that we consistently hire for, starting to think about on site at our clients. So we hire environmental specialists, environmental technicians, and material handlers. So environmental specialist is someone on site really leading the team on site and managing our clients' waste programs and really overseeing our projects and working very closely with our customers. Environmental technicians and material handlers are doing more of the hands-on work. So they're working under direct supervision with our environmental specialist, and they're the ones handling, removing the waste, and properly preparing it to leave the facility. So we are hiring for those positions that are on site at our clients. We also have a facility in Curtis Bay where we bring the waste in. So we hire facility technicians that are unloading and loading trucks, working in a warehouse type setting. We also are currently hiring within our field services department. So our field technicians is the position. These individuals are doing like lab decontaminations, tank cleanings, confined space entry. This is very much your grittier type environmental job, wearing a lot of the PPE, getting out there, getting pretty dirty. So, and then we hire drivers. So we have commercial drivers, Class A, Class B drivers. We're hiring for those pretty much all the time. We have local jobs, and then we have some over the road positions where we're doing some long haul work. Interested in getting your CDL? We have a great CDL driver trainee program. So we do hire folks externally, bring them into the organization, work in some sort of field operations position, being field technician, facility tech, environmental technician, or material handler. Prove that you have a strong work ethic. You are punctual, on time, come to work, coachable, just a good team player. We will invest and pay for you to go and get your commercial driver's license at a local driver school in Baltimore, that being a Class A or a Class B. So
nice.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, man. What are the qualifications if I wanted to come to Triumvirate and say I want to get a job? Do I have to have a high school diploma? Do I have to have a driver's license?
GED or higher. We for our environmental specialist job, the ones that are kind of leading our programs, that we are looking for a 4-year degree. However, any field technician, environmental technician, material handler, we are just required a GED. We're more looking at someone who has demonstrated in the past that they have a hard work ethic, are committed, are loyal, are coachable, and want to grow. We don't want someone in here that just wants a job. We want someone who wants to build a career, because we have great succession planning, strong mentorship programs, and a lot of great career opportunities. So where you start is not always going to be where you finish, right? Our goal is to get you in the door in some sort of entry-level position, understand what you enjoy doing, what your skill set is, and we can help you find opportunities within the company as you grow within your role.
Okay, that's awesome. So listen, I got another question to ask you. Are any of your positions background friendly? Now, when I say background friendly, I mean, somebody has had some trouble in the, past years with the law or anything like that.
Yeah. So we do have a background check process. We do a federal and state record check. However, if something does come up on the background check, everything is reviewed by human resources. What we like to see is that, if you do have some sort of background or something on your record, that, we do like to give second chances, but we also like to see that someone has, maybe rehabilitated themselves, have integrated themselves back into the community, have done some sort of, community service, or have really gone out of their way to prove that, they are someone that an employer would want to hire. So.
Awesome. Okay. So now if I wanted to work for your company, what's my next step?
Yeah, if you want to work for our company, the first step would be to go, could reach out directly to you, Katanya, anyone at the mayor's office.
Yes.
Could be step one. We have a great relationship with you all, so you've been sending us resumes all the time. If you want to just go directly to our site, poke around, see what we have, you can apply directly through careers.triumvirate.com. We also have a strong presence on LinkedIn and Indeed, so you could find our jobs there. We also have one thing I should mention too is we do have a partnership with the Department of Labor. So we are an approved apprenticeship. We do have an approved apprenticeship program here at Triumvirate through the state of Maryland as well.
And that's awesome. So, my other hat, I'm a business service representative for the apprenticeship side. So I love to hear that because I think we've talked before about that. So we're ready to go. So I'm looking at a piece of paper right here that I have an email, and it says, in Baltimore, Maryland, right now you're hiring for business management trainees, facility technician, warehouse coordinator, field services supervisor, field technician, environmental program manager, environmental specialist, lab pack specialist, CDL Class B local drivers, and EHS compliance specialist.
That's
So
great.
again,
Yeah.
people of Baltimore City, if you're looking for a job and you can't find the job, that means you haven't contacted the Mayor's Office of Employment Development or you haven't contacted Triumvirate. All right, cool, man. You have anything else you want to say, Justin?
No, I just want to thank you for allowing me to have a platform to speak about Triumvirate Environmental. We're hiring. We're open to talking to really anyone and give someone a chance to go into our interview process and reach out directly to Lewis. Apply on our website. But would really love to connect with you all. So thank you for allowing me the time to speak.
And if you call me, then I'll put the plug in for you. So my email, it might come up. If it doesn't, it's Lewis, LOUIS.monk, MONK, at baltimorecity.gov. So Justin, I think that's all we have for you. I appreciate the time. And now that I know that you are down with our apprenticeship program, I'm going to be calling you like crazy.
Yes, please call.
I'll be calling you and I'll be calling Joshua.
We haven't had an apprentice yet, so we got approved last.
Right. So we're going to get that started.
Summer, yeah, let's get that rolling. Yeah, thank you.
All right, awesome, man. So listen, I'll be in contact with you definitely.
All right, great.
So you wanna say your website real quick?
Yeah, it's careers.triumvirate.com. It's triumvirate.com/careers.
Got you. All right. So you can definitely give me a call or give Justin a call, but call me first. So that way we can get your resume straight. We can make sure we get all those barriers out of the way. So when I send you to Justin, you're already smooth. You're ready to go. You're ready to work. You're ready to get hired. All right. Cool. All right, Justin, I appreciate it, my man. And I will definitely be talking to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, man, you have a good day.
All right. You too. Bye.
All right. So there it is, man. Again, I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face. Baltimore, if you were looking for a job, if you are unemployed, underemployed, or just plain unhappy, come see the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Again, my name is Lewis Monk. I'm your host today. Marvin McKinstry is the usual guy. He has like 10,000 pounds more energy than I do. I'm trying to be as energized as possible. It is Women's History Month. We just got finished with Black History Month. Now we're in Women's History Month. I got to shout out Mackenzie Garvin. I got to shout out Yvette Clark. I got to shout out my co-workers, Toby and Yessie. Without those four people, I don't know where I would be right now. So, and my mom. So there's that too. So happy Women's History Month, Mom. So next up, we have coming to the board. I'm looking right now to see who's coming up. And it is Unite 7. The ladies, her name is Krista Stroman. Did I say it correctly?
Strothman, but I don't use my last name that much.
Okay. Christy S., how are you?
Very good. How about yourself?
Happy Women's History Month.
You too. It's great time.
That's what's up, man. So listen, Unite Here. What do you guys do?
So Unite Here, Local 7 is the union for hospitality workers here in and around Baltimore City. So we have about 2,000 members who work at 20 different locations. And, so hospitality, food service, hotel work. We represent people all over the city, including the Baltimore Convention Center, the Hilton and the Hyatt, Regency downtown, Camden Yards, the airport, University Food Service at Morgan State, Coppin State, Johns Hopkins, Stevenson University. So we represent workers at all of those places. And in the past year, working with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, we are part of the Train Up grant, and awesome. We launched the Hospitality Academy, which we're following cities around the country in our union have hospitality academies, but we just started last year with this grant. So we are recruiting and doing training programs for people who are interested in becoming cooks, servers, cashiers, hotel housekeepers, and people who are interested in doing public area cleaning, environmental services at the casino downtown.
Got you. So all of that falls under hospitality.
All of it falls under hospitality.
Awesome. So are you guys hiring for people, or are you just training?
So the union doesn't hire people directly.
Right.
We train,
Yep.
and we are recruiting for training programs, especially for cooks and housekeepers.
Right.
And then we work with the union employers. So, for example, we're recruiting for our first housekeeping training, and both the Hilton Baltimore and the Hyatt Regency have agreed to hire everybody who successfully graduates from our 50-hour training program.
50-hour training program.
Yeah, so it's 2 weeks, 25 hours each week, and it'll go through the basics of how to do the job safely. There's a certification that you receive, but the most important thing you get out of the training is a direct line into a job that's a union job with union protections as well as union benefits. So jobs
How much would I make?
Yeah, so housekeepers
Just give me a job.
Yeah, so housekeepers make $15.80, $16 an hour to start, with affordable health care, a pension, holidays, vacation, all of that's negotiated, as well as being an employee that has the right to just cause, not an at-will employee.
Nice. Now, what are the qualifications?
So so you have to be over 18 and a Baltimore City resident. And then, there's an application process. So really, we are background friendly, but also we're looking for people who are dedicated and want to do a good job and are able to learn. So, some of the job locations, have different requirements. For example, to work at the Horseshoe Casino, you have to be able to get a gaming license. Even to clean the public areas at the casino, you need to be able to qualify for a gaming license, which means no felonies in the past 7 years.
Right.
But beyond that, some of the universities have background requirements, but we work with people to figure out where the best place to where people are going to be able to successfully get hired. Like, I'm not interested in wasting the lights went out. Anybody's time applying for something that a background's going to be an obstacle. There are places where it's not an obstacle. So we just want to work with people to get them into a workplace where they can succeed.
So theoretically, I could start training April 1st, and by April 16th, I could have a job?
For the next housekeeping training, which we're still recruiting. So once we fill the class, then we'll have a start date, but I'm very hopeful that'll be within the next month. Yeah.
And you're saying that as soon as I finish this training class, this 50-hour class, somebody's going to hire me?
For housekeeping, both the Hilton and the Hyatt have agreed to hire directly from our class.
Directly from your class?
Yep.
And I'll get benefits, and I'll be in a union, and I'll have healthcare, and I'll have all those great things.
Yes, that's right.
Again, Baltimore, if you live in Baltimore City and you're looking for a job, but you're unemployed, underemployed, or just plain unhappy, these are two different great companies that are giving you opportunities. They're willing to train you. Now, was it paid training?
It's unpaid training, but there is a stipend and a transportation allowance.
Wait a minute, Krista. Let me make sure I hear you correctly, because I think maybe you might have made a mistake. You're telling me that I'm going to get money to be trained, and you're going to help me get to work? And the lights came back on?
The lights came back on. Thank you.
So is that what you're telling me, Krista?
That's what I'm telling you. Yep. It's $100 a week stipend, and participants receive either a gas card or a charm card for a monthly bus pass.
For a monthly bus pass.
Yeah. And these people also, once they're employed, they can slide right into the Let's Ride to Work program.
Correct.
And all of that.
And get 40 free rides.
Yep.
Back and forth. Yep. Now, just to back up a little bit, that 40 free rides doesn't have to be a ride to work and a ride home. You can use it how you want to use it.
Yeah. So, for example, if somebody wants to get a ride to work in the morning and take the bus home,
right? You could do that.
you could do that. Or alternately, if you're working a night shift, maybe you want to take the bus to work in the afternoon and
That's
get a
right.
ride directly home at nighttime when it's dark out.
Okay.
That could be, you could stretch that. So, yeah, I mean, we're in our fourth cohort of culinary students, and we have graduates who are working all over the city. We have people working at Sodexo Magic at Morgan State, the Hilton Hotel, Sodexo at Stevenson University, Sodexo at the Baltimore Convention Center, which is also a place where there's overtime after 8 hours in a day. Pretty incredible contract there. We have people working directly for Johns Hopkins University in dining services. Now that's the university, not the hospital. And we don't have any graduates yet working at HMS Host at the airport, but they've recently spoken with us and are ready to hire folks into culinary positions out at the airport, which is, we just negotiated a contract there. Cooks are making minimum $18 an hour with free parking and a transportation, $77 a month transportation allowance, which never existed before. But we've sort of been pushing about how inconvenient it is for people to get to the airport. We got that in our most recent contract negotiation that was just ratified in December. And then, so that's all sort of through our training program. We do sometimes people apply to our training program, but if they're experienced in what they're doing and they don't really need a program, we will refer people to places that we're aware of that need people with that experience. But an option that is available right now is that at Camden Yards for baseball season, there's a new company. Delaware North left last year, and a company called Levy is just starting the concessions at Camden Yards. So this is a union job, but it's seasonal, and there aren't as many benefits because you work when there's a game. But they are still looking for over 100 people to work this season, and they are having an open house on this Saturday, the 25th, from 10 to 3 at the warehouse, 333 West Camden Street. People can show up and be interviewed right there on the spot.
Interviewed and hired, or just interviewed? Interviewed and hired, or just interviewed?
Yeah, you could be.
Oh, you could be. Okay.
You could be. I think I'm not 100% sure because I just emailed back and forth with the person.
But there will definitely be an interview on the spot.
Yep. That's their whole goal of what they're doing is, because the season starts, the opening day is April 6th, but they have a dry run. There's a Navy game on the 29th. So they're sort of going to be practicing and making sure people know where they're going and all of that stuff next week. So they're looking for sort of they'll be hiring people throughout the season, but it's really easy. You can walk in, especially for people, maybe young people who've never had a job before. Working at Camden Yards for baseball season is a great way to get some experience.
That's right. So
again, the union isn't the direct employer, but we work with a lot of different employers, we're very excited about the Hospitality Academy.
And the employers recognize that the Hospitality Academy is a good academy. So they know that people coming out of that academy are going to be qualified and ready to work.
Right. And one of the most important things is people who are going to be dedicated, reliable, and open to learning.
Hey, Krista, do you have any success stories?
Lots of success stories.
Give me the greatest one.
Greatest one. So we had a lady who had worked cooking, most of her life, but sort of in the informal economy. She, catered lunches, catered events for friends. She had, cooked for church, but she had never, gotten a paycheck from a company working as a cook. She, but she was very experienced, but just, didn't have something really she could put on a resume. She came through our 3-week training and got hired to work at dining services at Johns Hopkins University, making over $18 an hour. And within 3 months, she was offered a management position.
Nice.
So she turned that management position down because she wants to stay in the union.
Okay.
But she had been trying to get a job in a kitchen for a while and hadn't been able to because she didn't feel like she had experience where she could, like, that made sense to put on a resume. She'd,
awesome.
Done a lot of informal kind of work, but not something she could put on a resume. So by coming through our academy, she got her ServSafe food handler certification. She got her AHLEI kitchen cook certification. Everyone receives a knife roll, a textbook that they can refer to back later, like all sorts of stuff to help. And then she went to work, and she understands the union too and the value of that at work. So
I could come in with experience or have no experience and still be just as successful.
Yeah, for example, we had somebody with no experience who but was had perfect attendance in our program.
Okay.
Right. And
that's important.
Very important, and went to work at the Hilton Hotel.
Nice.
Somebody who was 19, graduated high school during the pandemic, hadn't had a job, had been looking, but no employment history. And the pandemic made everything weird. And he started a couple weeks after our program at the Hilton.
Awesome.
And is still there, 6 months later.
Cool.
Everyone who's gotten a job through our program is still in that position that they started. So
awesome.
far.
Any final words you have to say, Krista?
We are really excited to have people join us at the Hospitality Academy. And if people are interested, they can go to our website, which is Unite Here Local 7 at unitehere.org. There's a button for the Baltimore Hospitality Academy with a link to register if you're interested in taking one of our classes.
That is awesome. So, Krista, I appreciate it. I'm gonna call you Krista S.
That's just Krista is fine. There aren't many of us. I really appreciate being on and having access to this forum. Yep. Also, if people go to MOED's Train Up program, there's a link there. That's right. To our program.
That's right.
To fill out the application.
All right, Krista, I appreciate it. Again, Baltimore City, if anybody tells you they don't have a job or they're unemployed, they're just plain unhappy, they don't know what they're talking about, because we have jobs here. This is the Mayor's Office of Employment Development coming to you live. We have Krista here from Unite 7. Mm-hmm. And they are a training facility. Not only are they going to train you, they're going to give you money. They're also going to, if you do certain jobs, they have a job waiting for you only after 2 weeks of training. And they're going to give you a way to get the back and forth to work. Come on, man. So listen, we appreciate Krista. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate Justin. He was awesome as well. You guys have all the information you need. There's the website right there. My name is Louis Monk. I want to give a shout out to the regular co-host. His name is Marvin McKinstry. He's not here today, so I'm standing in for him. That's my guy. I also got to give a shout out to Mackenzie Garvin. Got to give a shout out to Yvette Clark, Toby, Yessie. Those are my people. Happy Women's Month. There it is. So yes, Miss Krista, thank you very much. Justin, thank you very much. We're out of here. My name is Louis Monk. My email is louis.monk@baltimorecity.gov. All right. Have a good day, Miss Krista. I will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
All right. Good.